Mattheram Vandami, Pujya Padma Shri Acharya Chandanaji, Tamne Koti Koti Vandan. Mattheram Vandami Shri Shila Piji Maharaj, Mattheram Vandami Shri Sangmitraji Maharaj, અને સૌ સંઘને મારા તરફથી મથેરમ વંદામી. Jai Jinendra, and a warm welcome to all our Veerayatan and Jain families from all around the world. In a world where we can sense dark clouds everywhere, dark days and deep despair ahead for many, we draw our spiritual strength and look for the light that heals, the light that helps, and the light that nurtures. We see that light in Mahavir Bhagwan, and also when we look at our own mothers as children. But it takes a rare ma to be able to shine such a light over entire communities and people in disaster zones. But we are blessed to already know such a soul whose light heals we see from our Veerayatan in Bihar. Veerayatan has grown in her light to become a fruit bowl of compassion, giving children in need education and hope, holding their hands, guiding them to a better future. In the neighborhood of Mahavir Bhagwan, place of moksha, Pavapuri. Veerayatan is the garden of love that also provides an eye hospital, giving adults vision again to see the beautiful flowers and a better future. इंसान तो घर घर में पैदा होते हैं, बस इंसानियत कहीं कहीं जन्म लेती है. जहां इंसानियत जन्म लेती है, उसे विरायतन कहते हैं. Today we celebrate the founder of Veerayatan, the first Jain Sadhvi ever to receive the prestigious title of Acharya in the Jain community. A light of strength, compassion, and love. That is our rare soul, our own Taima, and our spiritual guide. Her work has spread internationally, and through her leadership, other Sadhvijis have become leaders following her pioneering path. Her motto is, where there is a temple, there must be a school. જ્યાં જ્યાં મંદિર છે, ત્યાં એક છોકરાઓ માટે શાળા હોવી જ જોઈએ. Today is a historic moment for all the Jains to celebrate the lifetime achievement of Pujya Acharya Shri Chandanaji, recipient of the coveted Padma Shri Award 2022. Let us open this event with prayers from the holy pilgrim site of Palitana. With Sadhvi Sangmitraji, the sweet voice of Veerayatan, who inspires many children and their families with her devotional voice and her unwavering generosity in both the school and eye hospital, and her love of plants and all things that grow like the children she teaches and nurtures and makes Veerayatan a place of harmony. Sadhvi Sangmitraji Maharaj.
Honored to be here this morning, spending such precious moments with all of you. And हमारे अंतर के भाव इस लिविंग लेजेंड के लिए हम प्रस्तुत कर रहे हैं. Today, especially, I wanted to sing Navkar Mantra, which is sung by Lata Mangeshkar, because it is heard by millions and millions of times. This is a tribute, a day where we are tributing two wonderful, amazing souls. Taima is, of course, here with us, but Lata Mangeshkar is not. Singing today in her honor, Navkar Mantra, sung by Lata Mangeshkar. नमकार मंत्र है प्यारा, जिसने लाखों को तारा, इस महामंत्र का जाप करो, भवजल से मिले किनारा. नमो अरहंताणम, नमो सिद्धाणम, नमो आयर्याणम, नमो वज्रायाणम, नमो लोए सवसाहुणम, नमो लोए सवसाहुणम. एसो पंचणमुक्कारो सव पावपणासनो, मंगलाणं च सव्वेसिं पढमं हवै मंगलम, पढमं हवै मंगलम, पढमं हवै मंगलम. Thank you.
Thank you, Sangamitraji Maharaj, for the melodious and uplifting prayer. Mathen Vandami Acharya Shri Shilapiji Maharaj, Sangamitraji Maharaj, and all the Sadhvi Sangh. मेरा कहना है यही, आपकी भक्ति में है इतनी शक्ति, संगमित्रा जी महाराज, कि वो आत्मा को परमात्मा के साथ जोड़ सकती है. Thank you once again for the wonderful start to this joyous occasion. Today, to celebrate a very special occasion for the Veerayatan family, we have numerous dignitaries from various organizations who would like to express their reverence to Pujya Taima. I would like to introduce Shri Prakash Bhai Patalia, who is a trustee of Veerayatan UK. The South London SCVP Jain School was set up under his leadership. He and his wife Neena Ben have been a part of SCVP journey since its inception in 1995. So please welcome Prakash Bhai to share his experience.
Thank you, Bharti Ben. Wonderful comments. Of course, we don't deserve all these things, praises for us, but naturally, a great help and blessings of Taima and Shilapiji Maharaj and everybody, we could run the Santana Vidyapith so well and more efficiently with a proper understanding of Jain values. Taima, we are celebrating the 86th birthday exactly after a month from 26 January, which was celebrated in a very large scale. But as we say in English, 86 is just a number for Taima. Taima has never stopped working. She moves on and on and on. Age is least concerned by Taima, as far as we are concerned, as we know. And I would like to go further from here on. When in 1972, the Veerayatan was formally established on this planet at Rajgir, Taima and few sadhvijis had been bravely established the Veerayatan with a wonderful thoughts, or I would say, vichar of seva, siksha, and sadhana at Rajgir. They had actually suffered quite a lot of hardships. The reason was most of the people there, the occupation was mostly begging or get involved in their criminal activities. It was a very difficult moment for Taima to stay there with a very small makeshift tent. They suffered a lot, which that will take me a long time to describe. She was determined. She was more determined to stay there and change the lives of most of the people at Rajgir. And now that she's done it, it's a wonderful place, Veerayatan, at the moment in Rajgir. It's like a heaven, as just described, that there is an eye hospitals there, which have actually given Roshni to so many people of Bihar. I can't count more than lakh or million, I wouldn't know. But ever since it started Veerayatan, the wonderful school has been also set up there to help, as we say, Taimanu main slogan, Jinale, Vidyale. There is also a very large school set up in Pahapuri, the Nirvan place of Bhagwan Mahavir, which we had an opportunity to see it ourselves. And it's worth seeing for everybody to go and have a look at it. There are 1,000 children studying there at the moment. And those were the places prior to the school. They were actually the children just roaming around with begging and all that. That's how their occupation was set up. And without the help or blessings of Taima and Acharya Ji, and all the sadhvijis, this could have not been possible. And there is also a school at Lachwad, the birthplace of Bhagwan Mahavir, very proudly had been set up by Veerayatan. Very similar conditions, they were there. And yet, with the help of Shilapiji Maharaj and the sadhvijis and Taima, they could set up a very successful place to change the life of people at Lachwad. Now we know also there is a school now in Rajgir as well. Eye hospital has always been there. There is a diagnostic hospital as well being establishing, and we would soon see the welfare of the people of Bihar, which lacked earlier of this kind of hospitals. As just described now, that now Taima, as we know, she always moves. She was last month in Rajgir. This month she's in Palitana, serving the people of Palitana, where with the help of Sangmitraji Maharaj, have created a wonderful school and a high hospital as well. There are also Veerayatan school in Rajasthan. And most importantly, we should all know that soon after the earthquake, at the time of earthquake, in Bukam, in Kutch, Taima and all the sadhvijis were the first to arrive to help the people who had faced this terrible natural disaster. When we were also there after 6 months, myself, Vinubhai Kapasi and Ramnik Shah had visited, we had seen the way Taima was and the sadhvijis were living in a small tent with very little amenities and any luxury whatsoever. They have gone around everywhere, villages to villages, to collect the children which were left orphan. They were widow and widower as well. Vocational training schools were also set up at this particular place in Bhuj. Now, with the great help and blessings of Taima and Srila P.G. Maharaj, there is a wonderful school now at Chakhania, which is soon after Bhuj, in between Bhuj and Mandvi, very close to Mount Jinale, which has got a secondary school, primary school, 11 engineering colleges, and a pharmacy college. And I remember very clearly, by Orbeno, I used to travel to Mandvi quite a lot before the Bhukam. That place was nothing but a desert, complete desert. And now this has been turned into oasis with my Taima and the Sandwijis. It's totally green. It's worth visiting this place. Taima, you have been a great help to the humanitarian services in India. And we are very proud that you have been awarded such a wonderful, most prestigious award of Padma Shri by Government of India and Indian nationals. We feel extremely proud as your family, Taima, that you have achieved such a prestigious Padma Shri. And here, you have spread your wings all the way to this part of the planet as well, coming to in the UK, and have seen that also people need some help from you, or actually create or establish a Veerayatan UK and Shri Chandanaji recipient to give us more Jain values and help in understanding the values of Jainism, especially the messages of Bhagwan Mahavir. That is all, we should respect all life. And let's all remember that this establishment of Veerayatan UK and Shri Chandanaji recipient had been established with totally non-sectarian, without irrespective of any caste, color, or religion. In fact, this was the first Jain school established in London, United Kingdom, with such that all were invited, as I said, irrespective of color, caste, or sect. The reason which Taima and Srila P.G. Maharaj had identified, that we were calling ourselves a Jain, but we did not understand the meaning of the rituals which we used to recite, which was, of course, very important for us. If you can understand the rituals in depth with proper Jain values, you would change your lives. And that has really happened. With all the people here in the United Kingdom, Taima, you have changed the lives of the people. Without you, we would have been doomed, definitely. We were more involved with the Kriya, but now we understand what we do. The school had attendance of more than 300 to 400 children on evening classes in London. And there were 15 to 20 classes formed during that time. In 1996, would you believe it? The children were thoroughly enjoying it when it was actually explained, the Jain values in English language. As we know, the language which we had been reciting was Sanskrit and Prakrit, the language of Bhagwan Mahavir during that time. But Acharyaji and Srila P.G. Maharaj and Sadhviji have realized that we are in the 21st century. So we need to understand more in English, at least read and write, and to make our lives change, and how to respect all lives. I would like to thank Taima and Srila P.G. Maharaj. And let me go ahead, let me explain also that it wasn't easy to teach 300 to 400 children with different ages. There were children actually attending from age of 5 to 16. And there was also an adult class formed later, which were parents of these children. And there were syllabuses were set up to suit all ages. And it was a very difficult task. And I'm sure this could be only manageable by Srila P.G. Maharaj and Taima. Srila P.G. Maharaj had stayed with us for such a long time to make sure the qualities of the teachings of Bhagwan Mahavir and what we have learned from the rituals is properly looked at and with a better quality as such. I would like to go further from here, and we have lost a wonderful people when after this establishment of Veerayatan UK and Shri Chandanaji recipient, a real backbone, a person who actually gave a birth to Veerayatan UK with the blessings of Taima and Srila P.G. Maharaj, was none other than Mahendra Bhai Mehta, who made sure these schools run efficiently and Veerayatan UK would run with the idea of Taima, Seva, Shiksha and Sadhana, which is very relevant on this 21st century, respecting all lives, as so much calamities, so much natural calamities are happening of floods, storm, and so forth. And now there is a war, humans killing each other. This understanding is very vital, and our children have learned a lot about respecting lives. When I see these children, now we've gone through this Chandanaji recipient, have become a proper person, very useful to the communities, and are in a very professional career as a teacher, as a doctors, specialist, pharmacist, optometrist, genius, accountant, and so forth. And we are very proud. And they have not only used their Jain values only at home, but also at work. And they have become a better and most very popular and life-changing people. I would like to remember also here our good friend Nilesh Doshi, who is no more with us, but he was a pillar to this organization to make sure that run very efficiently. There are also teachers who are no more with us. A great teacher like Kusumben Shah from South London Chandanaji recipient, who had been running, who was helping. There were 80 to 100 children studying during that time. She had written a wonderful plays of life of Bhagwan Mahavir, which was staged at the most popular place, theatre of London, which was Fairfield Hall. And of course, Taima and Srila P.G. Maharaj had always been there to watch it. And yes, Sumben had been a great person to change the lives of many over here as well. Also, I would like to remember our Jyoti Ben Shah, who was also a head teacher in North London, making sure she's no more with us, sadly, but making sure the teachers' training and the development of teachers were carried out every week. Now we have a wonderful Shri Chandanaji recipient running so smoothly, without the help and blessings from Bhagwan, Taima and Srila P.G. Maharaj. It would have been very difficult. Srila P.G. Maharaj stayed with us for such a long time to making sure that students get. I'm sorry. I would like to also mention the wonderful Yuva Subhamji Maharaj, Yuva Acharya Subhamji Maharaj, who is no more with us. Whenever she was here in London, she would make sure a proper training, teachers' training and development was also given. In fact, Veerayatan is our family who has changed the lives of all in the United Kingdom. And not only that, but we, Shri Chandanaji recipient, have extended their wings from here to Kenya, USA, Middle East, Singapore, and Australia. So all over the world, with the blessings of Acharyaji, Srila P.G. Maharaj, and all sadhus, this could have not been possible. We are so grateful, Taima, that you have given us a new lease of life, a better understanding of Jain values, and you have created a wonderful race of humans. Sorry, there's some disturbance in the middle anyway. But now the time has come. Sorry, I've been asked to say only few words, those based on the time has come. I'm sure there are a lot of other speakers who would like to say something more. And Taima, ame tamara charanma koti koti vandan kariye છે. Thank you very much for improving your way of life. God bless you. And તમારો આયુષ્ય બસ લાંબુ રહે અને આવી જ પ્રેરણા આપતા રહેજો. જય હિન્દ.
Thank you, Prakash Bhai, for summarizing the achievements of Veerayatan in such a brief time, but in a very meaningful way. And also acknowledging the teachers and the people who have been instrumental in part of the journey of Veerayatan, but who are no more with us today. We all pray for their soul to have achieved a better gati. As they say, the hands that help are holier than the lips that pray. But in Taima, we have an example that both can be achieved, and which is what you have just described, Prakash Bhai, that Taima has set as an example where you can pray and physically help people when there's a need. It is my great honor and privilege to introduce our next speaker, Param Pujya Sadhviji Shilapiji Maharaj. Pujya Sadhviji is a dynamic and inspiring leader, a deep thinker, and a wonderful orator. Through her unique style, she has managed to instill in many, especially the youth, a very practical, clear, and modern way of practicing Bhagwan Mahavir's teachings. With Pujya Acharya Shri Chandanaji Maharaj's blessings, Sadhviji Shilapiji initiated Shri Chandana Vidyapith, SCVP, in London over 25 years ago, and later in many centers worldwide, with the view of cultivating moral values and a strong faith in Jainism in children. She embodies all the values that Acharya Shri and Veerayatan stand for, namely Seva, Shiksha, and Sadhana. What is, however, the most unique to witness is the bond between Acharya Shri and Sadhviji Maharaj. It brings to mind many examples from our rich culture, that of Dronacharya and Arjun, or be it Mahavir Bhagwan and Gautam Swami. Acharya Shri herself fondly writes about Shilapiji Maharaj in her book Mere Devdut, that she is competent, luminous, and learned, and as dear as Swami Vivekananda was to his Guru, Shri Ramakrishna Paramhans. So on this note, let's welcome Sadhviji to kindly address us. Maten Vandami Sadhviji Shilapiji Maharaj.
Thank you. Thank you, Bharti. Good morning to all of you. What can I say? You have given me a difficult task today, as I'm expected to speak for a personality whose divine presence cannot be captured in words, whose lifetime achievements are inspirational for millions, and whose courage is able to set out a new path of compassion in action for the first time ever in the history of Jain religion. Yes, Revered Acharya Shri Chandanaji, Pujya Taima, a spiritual scientist, a path breaker, and an out-of-the-box thinker. Compassion has been present in her every activity since her childhood. An age where children play and fight with each other, Taima manifested unconditional love for all fellow children. She would go out of the way to support other needy and downtrodden children by distributing everything she had, sweets, pencils, clothes, whatever she could. And this was not normal. At that tender age, her unconditional love for everyone astonished her parents. This extraordinary seed of compassion made her renounce the world at the young age of 14. That strong decision of taking Diksha at that age always amazes me. But you know, clarity of thought and clarity of vision have always been her innate virtues. After Diksha, a passionate journey of silence, meditation, studies, and introspection began. For 12 long years, Taima was in intense sadhana. And during that time, a debate rose in her mind. And she raised some fundamental questions. Why is the path of Seva not an integral part of asceticism? Why do all the religious rituals concentrate only on individual liberation? Why can't we actively carry out compassionate work as a sadhvi? Religion ought to be all-encompassing. It cannot be only one-dimensional. And there was no one to resolve her questions. She was alone to find the answers of her queries. And finally, after deep contemplation and in-depth study of various scriptures, she came to the conclusion that religion is not solely about seeking bliss for oneself, but is also about resolving everyday challenges and bringing peace and happiness to others in their day-to-day lives. This led her to unveil the noble path of compassion in action. My friends, it was unprecedented for a Jain sadhvi to personally get involved in seva. She faced many challenges, but her vision was clear and her determination resolute. She commenced her seva work from the state of Bihar in 1972. With this groundbreaking step, the path of seva for the renounced class was introduced for the first time in the history of the Jain religion. It was not easy for a sadhvi to do this. It is difficult to adapt to a small change in our lives. And here, Acharya Shri Ji was reforming age-old traditions and was trying to bring change in the practices of a Jain sadhvi. Debates arose and people questioned, how can a sadhvi do seva work? The objective of renunciation is liberation, and this seva can be the hindrance to this. But Taima remained undeterred and steadfast. She answered, service is no different from spirituality. Seva is spirituality. The pinnacle of spiritual development is the complete absence of ego, and selfless service is one of the powerful means of achieving this. She strongly believes that on the path of seva, the well-being of others becomes much more significant than one's own selfish motives, and the limited boundaries of the individual ego automatically melt away. Because of this unconventional idea, a new direction in society, Pujya Taima was conferred the title of Acharya for the first time in Jain history. Taima established a new path, new horizons, and newer methods of spiritual development. And a result of her decades-long efforts in the last 50 years, millions of lives of underprivileged children, men and women have been transformed. All of us know that we just celebrated her 86th birthday. But even at this stage of life, we experience her tremendous zeal and energy. A vibrant and energetic 85-year-old young sadhvi. With every new dawn, Taima envisions a new idea. One materializes and immediately another starts entering her mind. And she confidently and passionately moves forward to make it happen. my friends, brothers and sisters, we are lucky to be born at this time when she has born on this earth. We are lucky that our lives are touched by her. Her presence is divine and her bond is magical. And we are very lucky to have direct experience of this. At this proud moment of the conferment of the Padma Shri Award by the Government of India, which brings distinctive recognition to Acharya Shri Ji's lifetime contribution towards humanity. We salute this pioneering saint who out of nothing has created something unique, special and remarkable. Acharya Ji has made the impossible possible and has taught all of us that any work that is carried out happily and respectively is religion, is dharma. Our heartfelt felicitation to this extraordinary epitome of compassion, this radiant personality, and this luminous visionary. Thank you very much. Jai Jai.
Thank you very much, Sadhviji Shilapiji Maharaj, for that wonderful and brief introduction, and also explaining the qualities of Taima. I'm at a loss for words actually, because like what Taima has done in terms of religion is very relevant to us in the West, because the traditional way of religion would not have sustained our kids. So I truly am grateful for Taima and for all the Sadhviji Sangh to show our kids the modern way of still practicing Bhagwan Mahavir's teachings. So thank you very much for that. Our next guest today is a very well-known singer, Shri Kaushik Bhai Khajuria. He has generously donated his time and talent over many years to SCVP London, and for that we are very truly grateful. He is going to present a beautiful composition for Taima today.
Mathen Vandami, Taimaji Shri Chandanaji, Sadhvi Shri Shilapiji Mathen Vandami, Sadhvi Shri Sanghamitraji, Manasviji, Sadhviji, and all the other Sadhvijis. Pranam, Namaste, Jai Jinendra. Taimaji के जीवन का पूरा सार जो मैं पंक्तियां दोहराने जा रहा हूँ, इसमें समा हुआ है वैसी, और मेरी ये कोशिश है। मैत्री भाव और करुणामयी जीवन तुमने पल पल जिया है। श्रम सेवा समता का अमृत जी भर पिया है। जग में खुशी भी है और कभी गम भी है। जग में खुशी भी है और कभी गम भी है, मगर तुम हुए हो इन द्वंद्वों के समंदर के पार। उपलब्धियां सारी पग पग बिछी तेरे। उपलब्धियां सारी पग पग बिछी तेरे, मगर तुम हुए हो अब पद उपाधियों के पार। जग में खुशी भी है और कभी गम भी है। गारुताई माँ तू है प्रेरणा बड़ी कर्म कला की, जीवन स्वयं तेरा मिसाल है अनुपम कला की। दुनिया न जाने परिभाषा परमार्थ कला की, दुनिया न जाने परिभाषा परमार्थ कला की। मगर तुम हुए हो सब झूठे स्वार्थों के पार, जग में खुशी भी है और कभी गम भी है। मगर तुम हुए हो इन द्वंद्वों के समंदर के पार। सजग गुरु वचन में और निज आचरण में अंतर के तार जुड़े तेरे आत्म लगन में। चलती आराधना हर सांस अविरल पल पल में, चलती आराधना हर सांस अविरल पल पल में। प्रणतियाँ अनंत है चरणों में, अक्षर के पार जग में खुशी भी है और कभी गम भी है।
Thank you, Kaushik Bhai, for that very special tribute to Taima. You have given voice to emotions of many people globally in your heartfelt composition about Taima. Thank you once again for that. Our next guest today is Shri Nemubai Chandaria, who has received an OBE from Her Majesty the Queen and is the chairman of One Jain. One Jain represents more than 30 Jain organizations throughout the UK and provides the Jain community with a single, coherent voice in promoting the values of Jainism in government and interfaith matters. Among its many successes, the most important recent one was the inclusion of Jain religion in the UK census of 2021. Nemubai's association with Veerayatan dates back to the first visit of Acharya Shri to London, and we are very grateful for his unwavering support. May I please request Nemubai to say a few words?
Hi, Jinendra. It is not an easy task for me to describe a towering person like Param Pujya Acharya Shri Chandanaji, only known as Taima, who is a ray of sunshine in the sorrow-struck lives of millions, a person regarded as one of the rarest precious jewels of the Jain community. Today, it is a proud moment for the Jain community globally to celebrate her 86th birthday and the award of Padma Shri by the Government of India. The award particularly recognizes decades of her service as well as her leadership of Veerayatan, which she founded in Bihar, the land of Bhagwan Mahavir. It takes me back to year 1986 when a group of about 70 yatris from UK and Kenya on their way from Samet Sikhaji took a halt at Veerayatan to familiarize with the site-saving activities. In august presence of Param Pujya Sri Amar Muni, we had the privilege of meeting Saima and the entire Sadhvi room. This impressive humanitarian and medical facilities invited support from Royal Commonwealth Society for the Blind. In 1988, on her first visit outside India, Saima graced our family home while she was sojourning in London. In August 1993, she was one of the keynote speakers at the Parliament for the World Religion Centenary celebrations at Chicago. In the UK, we have had the benefit of Veerayatan's popular Shri Chandanaji recipient school for over 20 years now. Her extraordinary talent helped create a beautiful museum at the Jain Center, Leicester. Saima's contribution to the Gujarat and Nepal earthquake has been globally recognized.
I want to take
She has
you
since served the
for a big
humanity
front.
in building schools, colleges, and hospitals. Saima's inspiration on Seva has resonated with many Jains in India and abroad who wish to provide service. We pray for her Dirgha Ayushya and years of good health. Jai Jinendra. Thank you.
Thank you, Nemubai, for that address. SCVP School has been providing the religious and moral education to children in London every week during term time for over 25 years. This can only be possible due to the selfless dedication and tireless seva of the teachers, who behind the scenes are the clocks that keep the school ticking. Sonal Udani is one of our long-standing teachers, and she will talk on behalf of teachers and share her experience.
Thank you, Bharati. Matevandami Pujya Taima, Pujya Sadhviji Shilapiji Maharaj, and all the Sadhvi Sangh, and Jai Junendra. Honored and humbled to be given this opportunity to speak to you on behalf of all the teachers, parents, and children at Shri Chandanaji UK. Pujya Taima, we send you a big, warm, loving hug and congratulations to you on being awarded one of the most prestigious honors in India. Your beautiful smile, cozy warmth, and true compassion and love for all living beings cannot but leave an impression on the hearts of all those you meet. Bhagwan's love just flows through you, and with the purity of your heart and mind and divine energy, you have been literally able to move mountains and to make such a big difference to so many lives around the world. You are full of compassion with no expectations or appreciation required from anyone. You are so well deserving of this honor and award. Pujya Taima, for us, you are our award. Bhagwan has graced us with you in our life, and we are all so blessed. The teachers at SCVP have all been given an amazing opportunity by you and by Sri Sadhviji Shilapiji of the wonderful seva for sharing teachings of Mahavir Bhagwan with young children. I spent a few amazing months in Veerayatan in 1998, and when I was leaving, you asked me if I would like to teach young children in London. I agreed, and I have never looked back. You offered this wonderful gift of children's seva with such love and great trust. Through your dedication in teachers' training and your showers of blessings on us, without us realizing it, we were being transformed from within. We thank you and all the Sadhviji Sangh for this, and for all your time, patience, and guidance you have given us over the years, and you still continue to do so. I can say After 24 years of teaching, my heart is filled with joy. I just love my time with the children. When they come to class with so much enthusiasm and smiles full of wonder to hear the next story about Mahavir Bhagwan, I know that something wonderful is unfolding and blossoming in their hearts. Pujya Taima, thank you for your blessings always and gracing us with this amazing journey. You have truly taught us how a life of service for others is a life well lived. Congratulations from all our hearts to you. You are the light, 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 light of our hearts. You are beautiful. You are bountiful. You are bliss. You are. Taima, you are love. Taima, you are love. Your love heals. Your love sets us free. Taima, you are only love. Jai Jinendra.
Oh, wow, what can I say, Sonal? That was truly, truly beautiful and such a wonderful the message for Taima and like heartfelt gratitude. So thank you so much to you and all the teachers of SAVP for doing this day in, day out for so many years. Oshwal Association of the UK has also been a very strong supporter of Veerayatan and collaborated on many events, including Paryushan in English. Our next guest today is Shri Jayeshbhai Shah, representing Oshwal Association of the UK. Jayeshbhai's knowledge of Jain Dharma, his lectures and ability to conduct is legendary. So please may I welcome Jayeshbhai to say a few words.
परम वंदनीय आचार्य श्री चंदनाजीना चरणों ओसवाल एसोसिएशन ऑफ द यूके तरफथी सकड़ संघ तरफथी कोटि कोटि वंदन। पूज्य चंदनाजी महाराज नो 86मो 86मो जन्मदिवस तेमज पूज्यश्री ने थोड़ाक ज समय पहला पद्मश्री एवॉर्ड थी विभूषित करवामां आव्या। ओसवाल एसोसिएशन ऑफ द यूके ना सकड़ संघ तरफथी तेमना जन्मदिवसनी शुभेच्छा अने जैन शासननो नाम जयवंतु बनाव्युं पद्मश्री एवॉर्ड प्राप्त करीने तेनी खूब खूब अनुमोदना करीए छे। पूज्यश्रीनो दीर्घ संयम जीवन सेवा अने अनेक 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 जग्याए तेमने पोतानो धर्मज्ञान अने संस्कारनो संस्करण कर्युं छे। पूज्यश्रीना आ संयम जीवननी साधनानी खूब खूब अनुमोदना करीए छे। नाम तेमनुं चंदनाजी, चंदन जेम घसाई, चंदन एटले के सेंडलवुड, चंदन जेम घसाईने सुवास आपे छे तेम पूज्यश्रीए पोतानो दीर्घ संयम तप आराधना साथे अनेक अनेक मानव कल्याणना कार्यों करीने पोतानी शक्ति सन्मार्ग में सेवाना काम में उपयोग करीने खूब खूब सद्गुणोनी सुवास धर्मनी सुवास प्रसरावी छे। तेमज चंदननो स्वभाव छे शीतलता आपवानो। पूज्य चंदनाजी पासे जे पण आवे छे ते बधाने ठंडक प्राप्त थाय छे। तेमनी पासेथी ऊभुं थवानुं मन न थाय तेवा तेमना भाव, तेवा तेमनुं संयम जीवन छे अने आवनारने शीतलता मळे एवी एमनामां जे संयमनी साधना छे। नाम तेवा गुण। पूज्य चंदनाजी महाराज आपमां तो अनेक गुणों छे, बस अमे तो अवगुणी छे। आपना आशीर्वादथी अमे पण आपनी जे भावना छे, आपनुं जे कार्य छे, आपे जे प्रभुनो मार्ग बतावी रह्या छो तेमां अमे सौ आगळ वधीए एवी ज अमे आपनी पासे एवा ज अमे आपनी पासे आशीर्वाद मांगीए छे। देश अने विदेशनी अंदर पूज्य चंदनाजी महाराज अने तेमनी साथे बीजा पण आपणा साध्वीजी महाराज वीरायतनना टीमे જે દેશ અને વિદેશની અંદર જે સેવા આપી છે, જે ધર્મને પ્રચાર અને પ્રભાવના કરી છે ધર્મની, અને મહાવીરનો સંદેશો પહોંચાડ્યો છે અને પહોંચાડી રહ્યા છે, એવા પૂજ્ય ચંદનાજી મહારાજની પ્રેરણા છે. અને અંતરથી આપણે ચંદનાજી મહારાજના ભાવોને જીવનમાં આત્મસાત કરીએ અને પ્રભુ શાસન દેવો પૂજ્ય ચંદનાજી મહારાજને ખૂબ ખૂબ સ્વસ્થ રાખે, તેમની શારીરિક તંદુરસ્તી હંમેશા સ્વસ્થ રહે, તેમનો સમય અને શક્તિ શાસન સેવા અને માનવ કલ્યાણમાં જે અર્પણ કરી રહ્યા છે તેનાથી અનેક અનેક આત્માનું ઉત્થાન થાય, ઉદ્ધાર થાય, અને પ્રભુના શાસનને આપણે સૌ અંતરથી વંદન કરીએ કે ખરેખર આ યુગમાં પણ ભલે અમે ચંદન બાળાને નથી જોયા, પણ ચંદન બાળા સમા એવા આપણા ચંદનાજી મહારાજ અમારી સાથે છે અને હંમેશા આપણી સાથે રહે અને તેમના આશીર્વાદ મળતા રહે. એ જ ઓસ્વાલ એસોસિએશન ઓફ ધ યુકે તરફથી, સકળ સંઘ તરફથી અને ટ્રસ્ટીગણ તરફથી અમે આશીર્વાદ માંગીએ છીએ, ભાવ વંદના કરીએ છીએ અને કોટી કોટી ચંદનાજી મહારાજ આપના ચરણમાં ભાવ વંદના.
ખૂબ ખૂબ ધન્યવાદ જયેશભાઈ. તમે જે કહ્યું એ રીતે આચાર્ય ચંદનાજી એમનું જીવન એવી રીતના જીવ્યા છે કે પોતે ઘસાઈને બીજા બધાને સુવાસ આપે છે, અને એ આપણને બધાને શીખવા જેવું છે એમાંથી. So thank you very much. I would now like to call upon Shri Bhupendra Bhai Shah, past president of Navnath Vanik Association of UK, to share a few words. Bhupendra Bhai has been instrumental in strengthening the bond between Veerayatan and Navnath over many years. Along with Oshwal Association, Navnath has partnered with Veerayatan in delivering various events, including the now iconic English Pratikraman during Paryushan. He, I believe, is a regular visitor to Kutch Center when he visits his hometown. So, Bhupendra Bhai, can I request you to say a few words?
સર્વને જય જિનેન્દ્ર અને પ્રણામ. Friends, it gives me immense joy to be here today celebrating what is undoubtedly a proud moment for the entire Jain community and for Navnath Vanik Association in particular. We have been blessed on many occasions to work together with Acharya Shri Ji and her Sadhvi Sangh, from hosting lectures during Paryushan festivities to hosting the epic program entitled Samosaran, to hosting English Pratikama with SCVP during Paryushan, and to hosting regular shibis for our members. Our membership has always enjoyed an amazing bond with Taima, and I bring a special message from every member of Navnath Vanik Association, Navnath Vadil Mandal, Navnath Bhagini Samaj, and all affiliates. Taima, congratulations. Once again, congratulations to Taima. There could not be a more worthy recipient for this award. Taima, we are indeed blessed to have you in our lives. The one extraordinary contribution that Taima has made, and it would be unjust if we did not recognize it, is her role in empowering women. Women empowerment is today's buzzword. And yet, if you look at Taima's life, she has been empowering the Sadhvi Sangh for almost half a century. The Sadhvijis under her leadership and directions have made huge strides in the betterment of underprivileged communities, and particularly with girls' education. Veerayatan has expanded its early humanitarian work into setting up state schools in Bihar, in Gujarat, and in Rajasthan. It has set up colleges that teach pharmacy, engineering, computer sciences, and teaches training. With strong ethos of equal opportunities for girls, Taima's contribution to women empowerment is, and as I said before, extraordinary. And this award is a testament for her efforts. For us in the United Kingdom, Taima has played superb role in shaping the lives of children and young adults for almost 25 years. Shri Chandanaji recipient was started under her guidance and direction. I have personally seen the benefits to those attending the regular Friday schools. Those children, now adults, have attained exceptional successes in education and in their careers, occupying leading positions in finance, banking, accounting, medicine, dentistry, and in numerous other fields in this country. And yet, their early exposure to Jain values at SCVP has steadfastly encouraged them to be valuable members of our community as well as good citizens of this nation. And Taima is continuing her journey to explore new opportunities. She has a strong international following in the US, the UK, East Africa, UAE, and of course, her homeland, India. This following is making a mark on Veerayatan's journey by opening state-of-the-art diagnostics center, a health retreat, additional state-of-the-art educational facilities, a training center for sadhus and sadhvijis, and no doubt more to come. Finally, for everyone of us here in London, our message is simple and profound. Taima, you truly deserve this award. You are an exceptional human being. We wish you very good health and long life, and may you continue to inspire us in the years to come. Taima, apne koti koti vandan. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Bhupendra Bhai. I know we have had for many years strong ties with Navnath, and we are so grateful to you and your whole team for always supporting us so strongly, especially when we come over there for Pujya, and the way you invite us and greet us well, with such love and warmth. We hope for the next 20, 30, 50 years, we continue these strong ties with Navnath, and many thanks for that. Now we have the youngest member of our SCVP student team joining us. So put big smiles on your faces, everyone, and get ready to enjoy yourself with this beautiful poem by our Nanna Munna Aryan Bhai, age 12. He has been attending SCVP Veerayatan School for the last 4 years. He will share with us this dynamic, beautiful poem he has written for Acharya Shri. Over to you, dear Aryan.
Thank you. Matayana Vandami Pujya Taima, Matayana Vandami Srilapiji Maharaj and Sadhvi Sangh. Jai Jinendra, everyone. Today, I will be reciting a poem specially made for you, Pujya Taima, on behalf of all the children of SCVP. Oh, spiritual Pujya Taima, congratulations on your efforts. The way you teach us how to avoid suffering and pain. You are an inspiration to the youth and all Jains. The sky turns clear blue when they see the beautiful version of you. The sun has never seen someone with a more warm heart. You are like a beautiful piece of art. We give utmost respect to someone so perfect. Pujya Taima, you are our role model. A unique one with brilliant qualities. Oh, spiritual Pujya Taima, congratulations on your award. I am sure you had gorgeous celebrations for your fantastic work for the nation. Thank you for listening to my poem, Pujya Taima. It was a pleasure writing and reciting to someone so beautiful. I also thank you for founding SCVP. This wonderful school has taught me that in life, you should always treat everyone like how you want to be treated. I have also learned many prayers, which has changed my life and made me feel more pure and better about myself. Thank you, and Jai Janendra.
Wow, Aryan, that was absolutely amazing, heartfelt poem. And honestly, you have done a fantastic job. And, we are so proud of you, as I'm sure your parents are too. And all the teachers as well are very proud of you. And that in turn now allows us to go to our next speaker, who used to be the similar age as Aryan many, many years ago, actually even a little bit younger. Rishi Sangrachka started SCVP Jain School, attending the Jain School around the age of 8 or 9. And he is now an adult, married, and he has returned as a teacher to our foundation class, teaching the younger students. It just shows, Aryan, that you one day can be just like Rishi Bhai, who's going to come and give a wonderful speech. So do keep attending all the lessons and do all the inspiring things that you're doing. And wonderful congratulations to your parents as well. So here, I now invite Rishi Sangrachka, an alumni student of SCVP, to come and say a few words for Taima.
Vandami Pujya Acharya Ji and Sarvana Jai Janendra. It is an honor to be given the opportunity to speak at such a prestigious event, marking the great lifetime achievements of Pujya Acharya Shri Chandanaji, also very affectionately known as our beloved Pujya Taima, including recently being bestowed the gracious Padma Shri Award from the Government of India. I have been connected to Veerayatan and the SCVP school for many years. In fact, from its humble beginnings, when Pujya Taima and Shri Sadhvi Shilapiji Maharaj had set up the first class of only around 20 students. I vividly remember being in that class at a tender yet active age of only 8 or 9. It amazed me and pleasantly surprised me to see for the first time in my life a real age spiritual person right in front of me. It was a moment where I could feel the pure, unconditional love that was flowing through Pujya Taima's talk, as well as an abundance of experienced knowledge radiating out of her, whilst at the same time, a sense of calm and serenity, all packaged into the aura of such a humble spiritual guide. At that moment, my curiosity stimulated, and my spiritual awakening of this birth or reawakening from all my births, I believe, occurred. And that unforgettable feeling of inner drive to find that energetic calm, that powerful peace, that secret to the unconditional love that Acharyaji was emitting. I suddenly wanted to know more. I wanted to know the who, the what, the when, and eventually, the hardest of them all, the how. In that moment and thereafter, the SCVP school changed my life for the better. It improved my thinking capacity. It increased my tolerance and understanding levels. And above all, it taught me methods to balance my life and tools to better myself through the unconditional helping of others. It taught me qualities of humility, honesty, and anekantvad, the ability to accept all viewpoints. It taught me to see all as one and the same, to see beauty in that which the eye cannot see, to experience that unconditional love for one and all. And all of this was due to the selfless love and compassion of Acharya Shri Chandanaji. An inspiration not only to me, but as shown by today, to every soul she touched. In this event, we will all be able to gain a personal insight into the life and philanthropic work of a humble yet persistent Acharya, someone who broke through the binds of outdated cultural stigmas and brought Jainism relevant to so many old and young minds across the globe, together with a group of sadhvis with a simple message of seva or service, siksha or education, and sadhana or spiritual practice. To know, understand, and be a part of the great journey traveled, hurdles crossed, and amazing lives changed by Pujya Acharya Ji is uplifting. Every question answered and story told by Pujya Acharya Ji gave me shivers and joy to see from how to what, and then to now, every progress step made, every positive action following striking disasters. This was an incredible, inspirational Acharya. And due to Pujya Acharya Ji's spiritual inspiration, I currently jointly teach the foundation class at the SCVP school in London with 15 students of around 12 years of age. This is my chance to pass on the simple and clear message to my fellow man. A chance to let these young minds create their own spiritual path, using all the tools that have been so clearly experienced from our Tirthankaras and explained through our learned gurus like Pujya Acharya Ji. And to keep growing that selfless compassion and putting it into practice each and every day, from the largest to the smallest of actions. Even when we can believe that talking a lot can get us far, experiences like the vow of silence Acharya Ji took for 12 years in her youth can show us that we can learn to use our voices only when necessary, and that in fact, the wisest people have learned to have short tongues with less words and large ears to listen more. And that is the purity of it all. That, I believe, is the power of the soul. Not power in terms the world understands today, of violence and greed, autonomy and size. This power is immeasurable. It is a force that allows you to see the power inside of you, the power that can transform your life from being unhappy to being at peace. And the greatest thing is, it gives you the humility to see that that power is in us all, and we are all at the basics of life, one and the same. Let this inspirational event today and examples resonate in our mind. And remember, in this unsure and difficult world, the real peace comes from within. And we cannot let any forces, whether brought up from inside or experienced outside, detract us from our real peace, simply brought about by doing selfless seva and personal sadhana. My greatest and heartfelt thanks to our beloved Pujya Taima for showing me the path towards my inner bliss. Thank you all, and Jai Jinendra.
Thank you so much, Rishi Bhai. You are a true example of a human being keeping and acting with all our strong Jain values. Keep it up, Rishi. You really do inspire all the students and the young alumni and all of us. Thank you so much for that beautiful speech. Next, we have Jain Samaj Manchester. Jain Samaj Manchester has been associated with Veerayatan for over 25 years. A lot of children grew up in Manchester with Jain values being taught by SCVP Veerayatan teachers who used to travel from London fortnightly to teach and train. Manchester is very close to our hearts, and we have with us today Hiranbhai Vora, the youngest president of Jain Samaj Manchester. Over to you, Hiranbhai.
Jai Jinendra.
Jai Jinendra.
Thank you, Varshaben, for giving us this opportunity and time today. Mathen Vandami to Pujya Acharya Shri Chandanaji, lovingly, belovedly called Taima. We are gathered here to mark a special occasion, her Taima's lifelong work of seva, sadhana, and siksha, acknowledged by Government of India with the Padma Shri Award. This award not only acknowledges her work, lifelong work, but also inspires all the Jains in the world. I'm joined here in congratulating her heartfully with our religious team, Saroj Ben Patel and Joshna Aunty. We, as Varsha Ben mentioned, we are associated with Veerayatan for over 25 years. Lastly, we were blessed by Pujya Taima on 2017 on position event. We wish that we get more blessings and regular blessings from her. We could do with a visit right now and this year as well. So join us in requesting her long healthy time, coming over to UK whenever she could, and blessing us all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hiranbhai. And lovely to see you, Saroj Ben and Josna Ben in the background. And that was a lovely live speech coming, and I can see this beautiful engraving at the background. I hope to come to Manchester soon and meet you all. And we, as all of us, are very desperate to see Taima over here. So keep sending those invitations through, and I'm sure she will come. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Next, we have Dr. Prakash Bhai Naik, who is the president of Lions Club Enfield. The Lions Club Enfield is a hotbed of altruistic activities to empower members and volunteers, to improve health and well-being, strengthen communities and those in need with so many charitable acts. Dr. Prakash Bhai Naik is the current president and is a practicing anaesthetist working at Queen's Hospital in Romford. Like Prakash Bhai, Lions Club and the whole team has a huge respect for Taima, and they are an ardent supporter of Veerayatan and for their humanitarian activities. I now call upon Prakash Bhai to say a few words.
श्री ताइमा जी, मेरा नाम प्रकाश नाइक है, मैं लंदन का रहवासी हूँ और आई एम द करंट प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ द लायंस क्लब ऑफ इनफील्ड। आपका चरण स्पर्श करते हुए मैं आपको प्रणाम भेजता हूँ और लायंस क्लब ऑफ इनफील्ड की तरफ से ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ द क्लब आई कांग्रेचुलेट यू एंड द Veerayatan community for this well-deserved accolade bestowed on you. We at the Lions Club of Enfield have worked with Veerayatan now for more than 25 years, and we consider ourselves very fortunate that we have played a small part in this journey, and we have been able to walk a few steps along with you in your journey towards the betterment of the mankind. You have devoted your entire life for improving the lives of the underprivileged, whether it's through education or whether it's through healthcare or the immense work that we all know you do in the areas struck by the natural calamities. It's often said that kindness has the power to change the world, and I must say that your deeds will go a long way in doing that. This award is just a small token of recognition of the immense humanitarian services we have done and we are doing. We at the Lions Club of Enfield are immensely proud of our association with the Veerayatan and very proud of the work that we have done together. Seeing the work done by kind and compassionate people like you is always a reminder for all of us that there are angels who walk this earth. I've not met you personally yet. I missed the opportunity to meet you when you were in UK last time, but you inspired me so much that I really wish and hope that I get another opportunity to meet you in person and to learn a few things from you. And I sincerely hope that the club, the Lions Club of Enfield, will get more opportunities to work with you, to work with Veerayatan under your guidance. I thank the organizers of this meeting for giving me this opportunity to say these few words. And on behalf of Lions Club of Enfield, I congratulate you again for this award and send the Veerayatan organization our best wishes for the continued good work. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Prakash Bhai. We too are very proud to be associated with such a wonderful organization. Let us continue to work really closely and create more opportunities for the betterment of mankind. We also invite you and your committee to visit Veerayatan, Bihar. So soon you can meet Pujya Taima and the whole Sadhvi Sangh. Thank you. We now have Vinod Bhai Kapashi coming on in a little while. Vinod Bhai Kapashi has been awarded the OBE, the Officer of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire, by Her Majesty the Queen in 2019 New Honours List for his immense services in Jainism. Vinod Bhai has authored many books and articles on Jainism. Besides that, he has also written many Jain plays, many of which have been staged in London. Vinod Bhai is a founder, trustee of a Jain charity called Mahavir Foundation and has served as the president of this trust for more than 20 years. Most importantly, our own Vinod Bhai is a resident Jain professor who guides us through all adult classes and is forever ready to help. We are blessed to have you on board, Vinod Bhai. Please do join us for a few words to Taima.
Param Pujya, Param Madarniya Taima ji, Param Pujya Shilapi ji Maharaj, Sanghmitra ji Maharaj, Anya Sadhigan, Mathen Vandami. આજે હું મારા અંતરના ઉદ્ગારો રજૂ કરવાનો છું મારી પોતાની માતૃભાષામાં અને એ હૃદયના જે ઉદ્ગાર છે એ હું આપના ચરણમાં એક નાનકડા પુષ્પો તરીકે હું એને સમર્પિત કરીશ કયા શબ્દોમાં વાત કરું હું શબ્દો ઓછા પડે છે વાક્યોની રચના કરવા જઈએ તો પણ ગૂંચવાઈ જવાય કારણ કે આપના કાર્યો જે સિદ્ધિઓ છે એ સિદ્ધિઓ જોવા જઈએ ગુજરાતમાં કચ્છમાં બિહારમાં ઝારખંડમાં પૂનામાં ભારતના અનેક ગામોમાં નેપાળમાં પણ અને ભારત કે નેપાળ જ નહીં વિશ્વના અનેક દેશોમાં આપના કાર્યોની સુવાસ પ્રસરેલી છે અને આ કાર્યોની અનુમોદના રૂપે ભારત સરકારે જે ખિતાબ આપેલ છે, જે એવોર્ડ આપેલ છે પદ્મશ્રીનો, હું તો એમ કહું છું કે આ ખિતાબનું માન આપે વધાર્યું છે. પદ્મશ્રી એવોર્ડ તો નાનો છે. સાચું જોવા જઈએ તો આપના કાર્યો જોવા માટે કચ્છ જવું પડે કે બિહાર જવું પડે, ઝારખંડ જવું પડે. અનેક બાળકોના મુખ ઉપર જે સ્મિત છે, જે તૃપ્તિ છે, સારું ભોજન લીધાનો આનંદ છે, સારું શિક્ષણ પ્રાપ્ત કર્યા ની એક સંતોષ છે, બહુ મોટી વાત છે. કેટલા બધાને તમે જીવનદાન આપ્યું છે, દ્રષ્ટિ આપી છે. અને આ બાળકો અને આ બધા કેવા જે એમના મા બાપ મોંઘી મોંઘી કારમાં લઈને ત્યાં આવતા નથી કે આ તમારી સ્કૂલ આવી ગઈ, ચાલો ઉતરો, હું તમને સાંજે લેવા આવીશ. આ એ નથી. આ કોણ છે? સમાજના નીચલા સ્તરમાંથી આવેલા, ડાઉન ટ્રોડન, ગરીબ, એને તમે નવું જીવન આપેલું છે. અને કેટલાય એવા હતા કે જેને આરોગ્યલક્ષી મદદની જરૂર પડે, એમની સેવા કરેલી છે. સમ્યક દર્શન, સમ્યક જ્ઞાન, સમ્યક ચારિત્રની તો આપણે વાત કરીએ છીએ, પણ આપશ્રીએ એને જુદી જ રીતે સમાજને શીખવેલ છે. સમ્યક દર્શન, દરેકમાં પ્રભુના દર્શન કરો. સમ્યક જ્ઞાન, દરેકને જ્ઞાન આપો અને ભૌતિક જ્ઞાનથી શરૂઆત કરશો તો આધ્યાત્મિક જ્ઞાન સુધી જવાશે. અને સમ્યક ચારિત્ર, માત્ર સ્વ કલ્યાણની જ ભાવના નહીં, પર કલ્યાણની ભાવના આપે સેવેલી છે. આ એક બહુ મોટી વાત છે. તો કયા શબ્દોમાં હું વર્ણન કરું? જે આપે પદ્મશ્રી નો એવોર્ડ પ્રાપ્ત થયો છે, એ ભારત સરકારે ખરેખર એક સુંદર કાર્ય કર્યું છે. આપના કાર્યની અનુમોદના રૂપે આ થયેલું છે. અને અમે સર્વ વીરાયતનના, ચંદના વિદ્યાપીઠના, અમે બધા પણ વિદ્યાર્થીઓ છીએ, અમે બધા પણ કાર્યકરો છીએ, એ જોડાઈએ છીએ, આપને વંદન કરીએ છીએ. આપને તો નતમસ્તકે પ્રણામ કરીએ છીએ અને કહીએ છીએ કે પરમ કૃપાળુ પરમાત્મા શાસનદેવ આપને દીર્ઘાયુ અર્પે, આપને સરસ મજાનું આરોગ્ય આપને મળી રહે અને આપનું માર્ગદર્શન અમે હંમેશા પ્રાપ્ત થાય. કારણ કે આપ તો માતૃશક્તિ છો, આપ કરુણાના મૂર્તિ છો. અને એ માતૃશક્તિ જે હોય એ સારા કાર્યો પણ કરે, માર્ગદર્શન આપે અને કરુણાની વર્ષા કરે. કારણ કે એમની આંખમાં તો અમી વર્ષા હોય. તો જેમ મેં કહ્યું તેમ અંતરના થોડા ઉદ્ગારો હું આપને આપના ચરણોમાં આ પુષ્પો સમર્પિત કરું છું. બસ, મારાથી કંઈ કહેવાય ગયું વધારે તો ક્ષમા ચાહું છું. આપના ચરણોમાં ફરીથી નમસ્કાર, નમસ્કાર, નમસ્કાર.
થેન્ક યુ વિનોદભાઈ. તમારું ગુજરાતી સાંભળીને મને એમ થયું કે હવે મારે પણ વધારે શીખવું પડશે. એટલા સુંદર સુંદર તમે શબ્દો બોલ્યા છો કે માને પણ નથી એકદમ બધું 100% સમજાણું કે એનો મીનિંગ શું છે ગુજરાતીમાં. પણ એટલે તો તમે અહીંયા છો, અમારા દેશમાં, અમારા ઘરની બાજુમાં, કે અમે પણ તમારી પાસેથી હંમેશા શીખતા જ રહીએ, જૈન ધર્મનું અને ગુજરાતી પણ અમારું. થેન્ક યુ so much always for being by our side, Vinod Bhai. We are utterly grateful to you. Now, finally, a childlike face, loving eyes, warm, giving hands, energizing figure, clad in simple white clothing, showering love to all. Yes, our own beloved visionary Saint Pujya Padma Shri Acharya Chandanaji, an exceptional personality in the history of the Jain world, who has encouraged and touched the lives of millions. She is a radiant being, not bound by any limitation, and like a lamp upon being lit, she sheds her light all around. She is the name that personifies simplicity, courage, resilience, peace, and compassion. She is a visionary and a forward-thinking leader, and successful in instituting change by seva, shiksha, and sadhana, and her unwavering faith. May I please ask all of you to put your hands together in prayer format and welcome Pujya Padma Shri Acharya Chandanaji, whom we fondly call our Taima. Over to you, Taima.
આજે સૌથી પહેલા આપણે એક વિશ્વ શાંતિ માટે પ્રાર્થના કરીએ છીએ કે આ દુનિયામાં આ પૃથ્વી પર આપણે જીવી રહ્યા છીએ એ પૃથ્વી પર એક મહાવિનાશકારી બે રાષ્ટ્રોના દ્વારા રૂસ અને યુક્રેનના દ્વારા જે હજારો લાખો લોકોની જિંદગી એકદમ બરબાદ થઈ રહી છે, અસ્વસ્થ થઈ રહી છે અને એ જીવન આ સમયમાં એમની જે પીડા છે એ પીડાને આપણે દૂર કરી શકવામાં એકદમ અસમર્થ છીએ. આવી અસમર્થતા બસ આપણને એ જ લાગે કે પ્રભુ આપણને એવી શક્તિ આપે કે આપણે એ લોકો સુધી પહોંચી શકીએ અને એ લોકોને આપણે કહી શકીએ કે આ પૃથ્વી પર યુદ્ધ નથી જતા, યુદ્ધ નથી જોતા. આ યુદ્ધના શસ્ત્રોથી દુનિયામાં અશાંતિ વળશે, પરંતુ પ્રેમના શાસ્ત્રથી જ આ દુનિયામાં સુખ, શાંતિ અને સમૃદ્ધિ વધશે. એના માટે આપણે સામૂહિક રૂપથી પ્રયાસ કરશું. એવી પ્રાર્થના આપણે આ લોકો સુધી પહોંચાડી શકીએ અને જે જરૂરતમંદ લોકો છે એ લોકો સુધી આપણે કઈ રીતે પહોંચી શકીએ એના માટે આપણે ઉપાય ગોતીએ. આવી પ્રાર્થના સાથે આજના વાત સાથે હું આપણા સાથે છું. આજે વિરાયતનમાં જે સન્માન પ્રાપ્ત થયું છે, હું આટલું જ કહીશ કે એક વ્યક્તિ વિશેષનો એનો સહયોગ કે સહભાગ સાથે છો એના સિવાય આ પ્રત્યેક વ્યક્તિના આપણા પોતાના સપોર્ટના કારણથી જ આ શક્ય થઈ શક્યું છે. તીર્થંકર મહાવીરના વિચારો સાથે હું છું. મને પ્રેમ, અહિંસા, કરુણા, દયા અને આ વિષયમાં મને અત્યંત બચપનથી જ લાગણી હતી. અને જ્યારે મેં તીર્થંકર મહાવીરના શાસ્ત્રો વાંચ્યા, ભાષ્યો જોયા, ચૂર્ણીઓ જોઈ, ટીકાઓ જોઈ અને આ બધા ગ્રંથોમાંથી હું પસાર થઈ, તો મને આમ લાગ્યું કે જે વ્યક્તિ દુનિયાને આખા વિશ્વ સાથે પ્રેમ કરવાની વાત કરે છે, દુનિયામાં તમે બધાનો ઉપયોગ કરો છો તો બીજાના માટે પણ તમે ઉપયોગી થાઓ. પરસ્પર ઉપગ્રહ, પરસ્પરમાં એકબીજાના ઉપદ્રવી નહીં પરંતુ ઉપયોગી થાઓ. કારણ કે દુનિયામાં તમે જીવી રહ્યા છો, બીજાના સહયોગથી તમે જીવી રહ્યા છો, તો તમે પણ બીજાના માટે ઉપયોગી થાઓ. એવી વાત કરનાર મહાવીરના વિચાર મને અત્યંત પ્રિય લાગ્યા. આ વાત સાથે જ મારા જીવન યાત્રાની શરૂઆત કરી. જૈન સંસ્કારો સાથે હું મોટી થઈ છું, સુંદર સંસ્કારો સાથે મોટી થઈ છું. મારા ગુરુજનોના કૃપાથી, આશીર્વાદથી મને આ પ્રાપ્ત થયું અને આ માતાઓના હું આ કંઈ કામ કરી શકી છું. હું આટલું જ કહી શકીશ કે આ વાત આ સમાજના માટે શક્ય નહોતી. સાધ્વીજી ઉપદેશ આપી શકે છે, દીક્ષિત વર્ગ ઉપદેશ આપી શકે છે, લોકોને કહી શકે છે કે અહીંયા કોઈ વ્યક્તિ દુઃખી હોય, એ દુઃખી વ્યક્તિને તમે મદદ કરો. તો પછી મારો એક પ્રશ્ન હતો આ લોકોના સમક્ષ, જો આપણે ઉપદેશ આપી શકીએ કે અહીંયા કોઈ પડી ગયું છે, તમે ઉપાડો અને હું જોઉં અને હું એને ઉપાડવામાં મદદ ન કરું, તો પછી મારા ઉપદેશ લોકો માટે છે કે મારા માટે પણ છે. અને જ્યારે આ પ્રશ્નનું સમાધાન અને બહારથી ન મળ્યું, તો સ્વાભાવિક છે કે મેં એક રસ્તો અપનાવ્યો કે મારી રીતે મને કામ કરવું છે. મેં દીક્ષા તીર્થંકર મહાવીરના વિચારોને સમર્પિત થઈને લીધી છે અને મને એ રસ્તા પર મેં ચાલુ કર્યું, કામ કરવાનું શરૂ કર્યું. મારી ગુજરાતી વિનોદભાઈ જેવી નથી, તો પણ હું કોશિશ કરું છું. સંઘમિત્રાજીએ કહ્યું કે તમારી હિન્દી કરતા તમે થોડું ગુજરાતી બોલશો તો લગભગ શ્રોતાઓ ગુજરાતી ભાષા ભાષી છે એ લોકો આસાનીથી સમજી શકશે, એટલા માટે હું ગુજરાતી બોલવાની કોશિશ કરું છું. અને આ કામ મારા માટે અશક્ય હતું, એટલું જ મને સપોર્ટ કરવું સમાજના માટે એ પણ આસાન નહોતું. કારણ કે આ સંઘ પરંપરા હજારો વર્ષોની પરંપરા, એ પરંપરાથી વિપરીત અલગ એક સમાજના માટે કે આપણે હોસ્પિટલ ચલાવી શકીએ, આપણે સ્કૂલમાં છોકરાઓને શીખડાવી શકીએ, આપણે પ્લાન્ટેશન કરી શકીએ, આપણે લોક જીવનના અવ્યવસ્થામાં મદદ કઈ રીતે થઈ શકે છે એના માટે આપણે પ્રયત્ન કરવું આ જૈન સાધુઓનું કર્તવ્ય નથી. જૈન સાધુ આત્માનું કલ્યાણ કઈ રીતે થાય, સ્વર્ગ કઈ રીતે પ્રાપ્ત થાય, મોક્ષ કઈ રીતે પ્રાપ્ત થાય, જન્મ મરણના દુઃખોથી વ્યક્તિ કઈ રીતે મુક્ત થઈ શકે, એના માટે જ આપનો ઉપદેશ હોય. તો આપનો આટલો મારો આ એક આગળનો પ્રશ્ન હતો કે આ ઉપદેશ છે તો પછી આપણે ખાવાના વખતે આપણે રોટલા જોતા હોય છે, આપણે કપડાં જોતા હોય છે, આપણે દવા જોતી હોય છે, આપણે સમાજનો ઉપયોગમાં મકાનનો ઉપયોગ કરતા હોઈએ છીએ, આપણે કપડાં બધી વસ્તુઓ સમાજથી લઈએ છીએ, પછી આત્મકલ્યાણથી જ આપણું આ પૂરું કેમ નથી થતું? એના માટે આપણે સમાજનો ઉપયોગ કરીએ છીએ. તો જો સમાજનો આપણે ઉપયોગ કરતા હોય તો પછી આપણે સમાજની આ સમસ્યાઓ છે અનગિનત તીર્થક્ષેત્રોમાં જ્યાં તીર્થંકર મહાવીર વિચરેલા છે, આચાર્યો વિચરેલા છે, સાધુ સંતો ત્યાં વિહાર કર્યું છે, જનતાને ઉપદેશ આપ્યું છે, આવી જગ્યા મંદિરોના આસપાસમાં તીર્થક્ષેત્રના આસપાસમાં હજારો લોકો ગરીબ, અસહાય, અભાવથી ત્રસ્ત થયેલા લોકોના સમક્ષ એક નાનકડા એક કટોરા હાથમાં લઈને ભીખ માંગતા હોય, આપણે આવું જોઈ શકીએ ખરા? આવું જોઈ શકીએ ખરા કે ભગવાનની ભૂમિ કે જ્યાં ભગવાન જ્યાં હતા ત્યારે સ્વર્ગના દેવતાઓ આવતા હતા? તો સ્વર્ગના દેવતાઓ તો હવે નથી આવતા, પણ ભગવાનના ભક્તો તો આવી શકે છે અને એ લોકોને મદદ કરી શકે છે. તો આપણે કેમ મદદ નથી કરતા? અને આ ભાવથી મને સમાજે જે સપોર્ટ આપ્યો, સમાજનો સપોર્ટ આપ્યો, બિહાર જેવી જગ્યામાં, કચ્છ જેવી જગ્યામાં, વિરાન જગ્યા અર્થક્વેક થયેલી આ ભૂમિમાં, નેપાળમાં, પાલિતાનામાં, આવી આજે પણ આપણે પાલિતાનામાં પણ આવા જ લોકો માટે કામ કરીએ છીએ જે ડાઉન ટોટન છોકરાઓ છે, જે સ્કૂલોમાં નથી જઈ શકતા. આ બાળકો માટે આપણે પાલિતાનામાં પણ સ્કૂલ ચલાવીએ છીએ. તો આટલું જ કહીશ કે આ કામ માટે સમાજના આર્થિક સહયોગ, ભાવનાત્મક સહયોગ અને સપોર્ટના કારણથી જ આ થઈ શક્યું છે. એટલા માટે હું એવોર્ડ જે મળ્યું છે એના માટે જૈન સમાજ એના માટે યોગ્ય છે કે જૈન સમાજને આ સન્માન છે, જૈન ધર્મને સન્માન છે. અને મારી ઈચ્છા છે કે જો એક આટલા પ્રયાસથી આ જો સમાજનું ગૌરવ વધી જતું હોય તો આપણે પ્રયત્ન કરવું છે કે આપણે હજી આગળ કામ કરવું છે. અહીંયા સુધી અટકવું નથી. આપણે 10મી સ્કૂલો સુધી નહીં, પરંતુ બાળકોને જેવા સંસ્કાર આપશું. મારી પાસે સમયની મર્યાદા છે અને સમયની મર્યાદાના કારણથી હું લાંબુ નહીં બોલું. હું આટલું જ કહીશ કે આવા બાળકો જે માંસાહારી એ પોતે શાકાહારી થઈ ગયા, પોતાના પરિવારને શાકાહારી કર્યા અને આસપાસના લોકોમાં જઈને પણ નાના નાના બાળકો આ સંસ્કારો આપવાની કોશિશ કરે છે. તો પછી આ બાળકોના જીવનમાં અહિંસાના, પ્રેમના, કરુણાના, સહ અસ્તિત્વના સંસ્કારો જો આ બાળકોમાં આપણે આપીએ તો કાલે જે સમાજ ઉભો થશે ત્યાં યુક્રેન કે રૂસમાં યુદ્ધો થઈ શકે કે મહાયુદ્ધ થઈ શકે, આવું થઈ જ ન શકે. આજે આપણને એક કોઈ મને ફૂલ તોડે તો મને નથી ગમતું કે ઝાડ પરથી ફૂલ ન તોડો. ફળ તોડે ત્યારે ઝાડ તો આપી જ દેવાનું છે, એ રાખવાનું નથી, એ તમારા માટે છે, એ તોડવું નહીં. તો આપણી આ જે ભાવના છે એ બાળકો પાસે જયારે પહોંચી જશે તો ડેફિનેટલી આ આવી દુનિયા જે ભાવિ દુનિયા થશે, આ ભાવિ દુનિયા પ્રેમની દુનિયા થશે, શાંતિની દુનિયા થશે, મહાવીરના વિચારોથી પ્રભાવિત થયેલી દુનિયા હશે, જ્યાં વિશ્વ શાંતિની જ વાતો નહીં પરંતુ જીવન થશે. એના માટે આપણે હજી ઘણું કામ કરવાનું છે. તો આપણા પ્રયત્ન છે કે જૈન સમાજના દ્વારા સંચાલિત જેટલી પણ સ્કૂલો છે, સ્કૂલોના જે ટીચર્સ છે, એ ટીચર્સ લોકોને આપણે શિક્ષિત કરશું અને એ લોકોના દ્વારા આપણે સ્કૂલોને એક સુંદર બનાવવાની કોશિશ કરશું. અને આવી જ રીતે એક બીજો પ્રયાસ છે કે આપણા જે પૂજારીઓ, મંદિરોના જે પૂજારીઓ છે, એ પૂજારી પણ ઘણું મોટું કામ કરી શકે છે. પૂજારીઓની જે પરંપરા છે એ બ્રાહ્મણ છે અને જૈન ધર્મના મોટા ગ્રંથો, ટીકાકાર, ભાષ્યો આ બધા બ્રાહ્મણ સમાજના દ્વારા દીક્ષિત થયેલા જૈન સાધુઓના દ્વારા. તો આ બ્રાહ્મણોની એક જબરદસ્ત દેન જૈન સમાજને છે. તો મારી ઈચ્છા છે કે આપણા જે પૂજારીઓ છે એ પૂજારીઓને આપણે 3 વર્ષનું પ્રશિક્ષણ આપવાનું કામ આપણે પાલિતાણામાં કરશું અને આવી જ રીતે શિક્ષકોને ટ્રેનિંગ આપવાનું કામ નવલ વિરાયતન, જે વિરાયતનના પ્રેસિડેન્ટના દ્વારા નિર્મિત છે ત્યાં, અને આવી જ રીતે આપણા રાજગીરમાં ત્યાં પણ BEd કોલેજ છે પાવાપુરીમાં, અને કચ્છમાં પણ એજ્યુકેશનનું ખૂબ મોટું સંકુલ છે. ત્યાં આપણા ટીચર્સ લોકોને રાખીને આપણે ત્યાં ટ્રેનિંગ આપશું કે જીવનનું મૂલ્ય શું છે, જીવન કઈ રીતે જીવવું જોઈએ. આ મૂલ્ય બેઝ એજ્યુકેશન આ ટીચર્સ લોકોને આપણે આપશું અને વિરાયતન બધી વ્યવસ્થા કરશે. હવે ફિરોદિયા જે વિરાયતનના પ્રેસિડેન્ટ છે એમને કીધી આખી જિમ્મેવારી એ પોતે લઈને ટીચર્સ લોકોને ટ્રેનિંગ આપીને એ લોકોને ત્યાં શિક્ષિત થયા પછી એને કંઈક વધારે આપણે રેમ્યુનેશન આપીને એ લોકોને આગળ વધારવા માટે પ્રયત્ન કરશું. તો વિરાયતનનો એક નેક્સ્ટ પ્લાન પણ છે. તો આપણને આ બધું તમે જે સન્માન આપ્યું, હું એની હિસ્સેદાર, મને કંઈ લાગતું જ નથી. મને પદ્મશ્રી ક્યાંય મારા जीवन क्या कोई एक छोटी नानी पण जगह नहीं कि जिस छोटी सी जगह में इस पद्मश्री को मैं अपने साथ में जोड़ दूं. मुझे लगता नहीं है जो भी कुछ हुआ है ये सब कुछ जैन समाज का, जैन धर्म का, तीर्थंकर महावीर की उस करुणा के उपदेश का आभार है. मैं अंतःकरण पूर्वक मैं आप सभी को धन्यवाद देते हुए प्रभु महावीर के चरणों में उनकी नतमस्तक होकर के एक ही बात कहना चाहती हूँ कि 21 तारीख को 21 मार्च को पद्मश्री अवार्ड राष्ट्रपति भवन में राष्ट्रपति जी देने वाले हैं और 17 अप्रैल को दिल्ली में जैन समाज की तरफ से एक बहुत बड़ा फंक्शन है जिसमें हम जैन समाज का राष्ट्र के निर्माण में योगदान इस विषय पर अपने सब लोग बात करेंगे कि इस समाज ने जब कभी भी कहीं भी जरूरत हुई है जैन समाज ने काम किया है. ये किसी एक व्यक्ति ने नहीं, सभी ने काम किया है और ये सभी एक तरह से जैन समाज सारी दुनिया में सम्मानित होना चाहिए, ऐसा मैं चाहती हूँ. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आप सबको. आप लोगों ने जिस तरह से प्रयत्न करके सभी लोगों ने इतना लंबा समय इस बात को सुनने के लिए दिया है, मैं अंतःकरण पूर्वक आप सबका धन्यवाद ज्ञापित करती हूँ. और इसी प्रकार से अच्छे आयोजन और आपके द्वारा संपन्न हो सके. आप इतना अच्छा बोल सकते हैं, इतने अच्छे विचार ला सकते हैं, सचमुच में मुझे बहुत बहुत आश्चर्य होता है और मैं आप सबके शब्दों से बेहद प्रभावित हूँ. प्रभु करे कि आपकी शक्ति और बढ़े और समाज की सेवाएं आपकी और अधिक होती रहे. इस भाव के साथ मैं अपनी बात को विश्राम दे रही हूँ. धन्यवाद.
હું શું કહું, તમારું આટલું સુંદર શબ્દો સાંભળીને અમને બધાને ખૂબ ખૂબ સ્ટ્રેન્થ આવી ગયો, ખૂબ ખૂબ આનંદ આવ્યો. અને તમે ગમે તે ભાષામાં બોલો, ગુજરાતીમાં બોલો, હિન્દીમાં બોલો કે બિહારીમાં બોલો, તમારો આટલો પ્રેમ અમને પહોંચી ગયો અહીંયા. And your wisdom and everything that you do, we are so blessed to have you in our lives. And as you rightly said, we pray for world peace at the moment, especially what is happening in Ukraine. We're sending from all over the world lots of peace over there, and we thank and hope that with all our energies put together, this can be resolved quickly. It is indeed a blessing and a pleasure to have such wonderful people online today, but especially you, Taima. Looking at you, I am already super energized, and I feel like anything can be achieved helping the needy with the kind of strength that you give us. Thank you, and Maternam Vandami Taima. Koti Koti Vandan. Now we have the final words from Naveen Bhai Sangrajka, Chairman of UK Veerayatan. He and his family have been associated with Veerayatan for more than 40 years. He went to Summit Shikhar, as he told me last night, with his mum, and that's when he met Acharya Shri and Amar Muniji. He was so impressed by the work being done on the High Hospital and how the people in Bihar were being given the gift of eyesight, that he immediately fell in love with what was being done there. His dedication and leadership here in the UK has helped our school flourish for many, many years. I ask Naveen Bhai to say a few words. Over to you, Naveen Bhai.
Thank you, Varsha. Pranam, Jai Jinendra. Pujya Karunamurti Acharya Shri Chandanaji, Sadhvi Shri Shilapaji, Swar Manjari, Sangamitra ji. Aap sabne Matan Vandami. What a beautiful morning and what vibration of compassion. And I hope this vibration of compassion reaches the Russia and Ukraine to have the peace in everybody's mind there. In 2007, Acharya Shri said the entire world is in need of spiritual, intellectual, and economically strong society for the emergence of enthusiasm in the youth and enterprising leadership. So these words are so true today as well, and we definitely need all these qualities. And we in London, we have been fortunate to be in association with Veerayatan, and especially SCVP established in 1996. And it is helping so many youngsters, which you have seen in Aryan and Rishi today. And Acharya Shri, apni je compassion che, you can see the vibration of that compassion has spread in so many countries in the world, and it is being practiced by so many youngsters and adults. Your compassion, the vibration has no limits, and we are we are really glad to see that this vibration keeps on spreading all over the world and help the world towards the compassionate world. I went to Veerayatan 44 years ago in 1978 and met you there. And since then, I've been really impressed. And the main thing which attracted me was your karuna towards all living beings, whether it is a human being, vanaspati or pakshi. I've seen you as well. And that karuna is really has to come from the inner world. And we hope we will all be blessed by your compassion all the time. And I'm also fortunate that my profession is also connected with eyesight as well. And on this occasion, I would like to make a small contribution. And on this 86th birthday, I want you to perform 86 cataract operation wherever you hope to. Acharya Shri, since meeting you and since being with Veerayatan, I'm really happy to say I've been blessed, our family has been blessed, and all the people around me has been blessed by Veerayatan. So thank you very much for that. Now, before I start my vote of thanks, I would like to thank you personally for being with us and also coming to London and staying with us as well. And once more, it's high time you come back to London again. So the whole Jain Samaj invites you today to come to London to bless us. Now, I think I have to do my main objection today is to thank all the speakers today who spoke so nicely, starting from prayer by Sadhu Sangmitra ji, Prakash Bhai, Sadhu Silapi ji, Nemu Bhai Chandaria, Jayesh Bhai, Upendra Bhai, Rishi, Sonal, Aryan, Hiren Bhai, Prakash Bhai Lions Club, and Vinu Bhai Kapasi. Thank you very much for so many nice words and so many support and appreciation for Veerayatan. We hope that we continue to get your support all along for many years to come. And I would like to thank Kaushik Bhai also for his lovely devotional songs for Acharya ji as well. Last but not least, I should thank Varsha and Bharti to conduct today's program so nicely and introducing all the speakers. But my main thanks goes to the whole SCVP committee, teachers, volunteers, students and parents in London for this program today as well. And I also thank the greeting messages from so many people on the screen as well. Thank you very much for your support. Acharya Shri, I congratulate you for the Padma Shri Award, and we hope that we get your blessings and inspiration for many years to come. Long live Acharya Shri, long live Veerayatan. Jai Jinendra.
Thank you, Navin Bhai, for your inspiring words. No need to thank any of us. It is a pleasure to be here and an honor to be here doing the hard work for Veerayatan. And as you said, long live Veerayatan and long live Daima. I would like Sadhvi Sangmitra ji, please, to recite the Manglik in her beautiful voice. Over to you, Sangmitraji Maharaj.
મંગલ પાઠ સાંભળવાના પહેલા એક વાક્ય હું કહેવા માંગુ છું.
હા, કયો.
ભવિષ્ય માટે અમે લગભગ શહેરોમાં જતા હોઈએ છીએ, પ્રવચન આપીને નીકળી જઈએ છીએ, પરંતુ લંડનમાં અને આફ્રિકામાં વિશેષ કરીને બંને જગા જ્યારે હું ત્યાં ગઈ અને મેં શિલાપીજીને કહ્યું કે આપણે પ્રવચન કરીશું, લોકો આવશે અને બસ થોડી ઘણી વાતો કરશું અને આપણે જતા રહીશું. અહીંયાના ભવિષ્યના માટે જ્યાં સુધી બાળકોમાં આ સંસ્કારો ન જાય ત્યાં સુધી આ દેશમાં કારણ કે ઇન્ડિયામાં સાધુ સાધ્વીઓ મંદિરો આ બધું સહજ સાથે બધું મળી જતું હોય છે, પરંતુ લંડનમાં આ શક્ય નથી. તો અહીંયાના બાળકોમાં આપણે આ સંસ્કારો આપવા માટે આપણે પ્રયત્ન કરવાની જરૂરત છે. અને આ વાતને શિલાપીજી ખૂબ પ્રેમથી આગળ વધારી અને સૌથી વધારે સમાજ અને આપણા જેવા ચંદા વિદ્યાપીઠના શિક્ષકો અને શિક્ષિકાઓ અને જે રીતે આપણને આશ્ચર્ય થાય છે કે એવા વિદ્યાર્થીઓ, એવા કુશળ વિદ્યાર્થીઓ, એવા સુંદર વિચારકો, એવા સુંદર પ્રવક્તાઓ, હું કોનું નામ લઉં કે મને આમ લાગે છે કે એક મોટી લિસ્ટ ભવિષ્યના જૈન ધર્મને આગળ લઈ જનાર આ નવી તાકતવર પેઢી આપણા કરતા પણ તીર્થંકર મહાવીરના નામને વધારે રોશન કરશે અને તમારા આ પ્રયાસને આ એક વૃક્ષમાંથી હજારો ફળ અને હજારો ફળમાંથી આ જો કોશિશ થશે આ પૃથ્વીને પણ આપણે ક્લીન કરી શકશું. આખા પૃથ્વીના માણસો સુધી અહિંસા, પ્રેમ અને કરુણાની વાત આપણે પહોંચાડી શકશું. બસ આ ભાવ સાથે હું સંગમિત્રાજીને કહું છું કે મંગલ પાઠ સંભળાવે. પ્રેમ સુખાય છે.
Agar, if everybody is okay, I would like to sing one song which before Mangalik, if it is okay, I think it would be like the song of everybody's heart. રીટાબેન પણ કહેતા હતા કે સંગમિત્રાજી એક સોંગ ગાવાનું છે, પણ મેં કીધું કે મને કઈ લાગતું નથી કે એવું કઈ સોંગ છે which will, you know, તાઈમાની ગ્લોરીને આપણે કહી શકીએ. પણ અત્યારે એક સોંગ મળ્યું છે which kind of tells everyone's feelings to her. So I think I am singing this few lines on behalf of all of us to Taima. Hopefully you all like it and she likes it too. Ever since she has stepped into our lives, our life has become different. We have learned how to live, how to smile, how to sing, how to dance, and how to live life beautifully. So this is what this song says. दहलीज पे मेरे दिल की जो रखे है तूने कदम, तेरे नाम पे मेरी जिंदगी लिख दी मेरे गुरुवर. हाँ सीखा मैंने जीना, जीना कैसे जीना, हाँ सीखा मैंने जीना मेरे गुरुवर. हाँ सीखा कैसे जीना, जीना कैसे जीना, हाँ सीखा कैसे जीना मेरे गुरुवर. सच्ची सी है ये तारीफें दिल से जो मैंने करी है, सच्ची सी है ये तारीफें दिल से जो हमने करी है. जो तू मिला तो सजी है दुनिया मेरी गुरुवर. आसमां मिला जमीन को मेरी, साथ तेरे पूरे हैं हम. तेरे नाम पे मेरी हाँ सीखा मैंने जीना, जीना कैसे जीना, हाँ सीखा मैंने जीना मेरे गुरुवर, न सीखा कभी जीना, जीना कैसे जीना, न सीखा जीना तेरे बिना गुरुवर। सांसों में बस सी गई है तेरी ही ये सादगी रे, सांसों में बस सी गई है तेरी ही ये सादगी रे, रोके से अब ना रुकेगी, चल साथ मेरे गुरुवर, है ये दिन नया नई जिंदगी, थोड़ी खुशियां है थोड़े हैं गम, आवाज ये मेरे दिल की सुन ले मेरे गुरुवर, हाँ सीखा मैंने जीना, जीना कैसे जीना, हाँ सीखा मैंने जीना मेरे गुरुवर, न सीखा कैसे जीना, जीना कैसे जीना, ना सीखा जीना तेरे बिना गुरुवर। Thank you everyone. मंगल पाठ। जी मैं सर। नमो अर्हन्ताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायाणं नमो लोये सवसाहूणं, एसो पंचनमुपकारो सब पावपनाशनो, मंगलानं च सव्वेसिं परमं हवै मंगलम्। गुरुदेव यज्ञा चत्तारि मंगलम्, अर्हन्ता मंगलम् सिद्धा मंगलम् साहु मंगलम्, केवली पन्नतो धमो मंगलम्। चत्तारि लोगुत्तमा अर्हन्ता लोगुत्तमा, सिद्धा लोगुत्तमा साहु लोगुत्तमा, केवली पन्नतो धम्मो लोगुत्तमो। चत्तारि शरणं पवज्जामि, अर्हन्ते शरणं पवज्जामि, सिद्धे शरणं पवज्जामि, साहु शरणं पवज्जामि, केवली पन्नतं धम्मं शरणं पवज्जामि। यत्र देवो महावीरो यत्र श्री गौतमो गुरु, तत्र श्री विजयो भूतिर्ध्रुवा सिद्धिर्मतिर्मम। लाभस्तेषां जयस्तेषां कुतस्तेषां पराजय, येषां हृदि महावीरो राजते भगवान् स्वयं। उपसर्गा क्षयं यान्ति छिद्यन्ते विघ्नवल्लय, मना प्रसन्नतामेति पूज्यमाने जिनेश्वरे। अंगुष्ठे अमृतवसे लब्धतणा भंडार, श्री गुरु गौतम समरिये मनवांचित फलदातार। भावे भावना भाविये भावे दीजे दान, भावे धर्म आराधिये भावे केवल ज्ञान, भावे जिनवर वंदिये पावे सौख्य निधान। ओ शांति शांति शांति। बोलिए आदिनाथ भगवान की जय, महावीर स्वामी की जय, गुरु गौतम स्वामी की जय, परम पूज्य गुरुदेव की जय, पूज्य ताई माँ की जय, गुरुदेव जय, सत श्री संघ की जय।
आप सब की जय, आप सभी की, ये सभी इस मार्ग पर चलने वाले व्यक्ति के जीवन हमेशा हमेशा जयवंत रहो। आशीर्वाद। हाँ जी। बस आप सभी को देख करके बहुत अच्छा लगा, बहुत मन प्रसन्न हुआ। आप सबके चेहरे की खुशी बस प्रभु हमेशा हमेशा इससे को और बढ़ाता रहे। और मैंने कहा है, बस एक सूत्र मुझे जो बहुत अच्छा लगता है और बहुत बचपन से ही मैंने कहा है, मुस्कान से मोक्ष। जिसको अच्छा हंस आ जाए उसके जीवन में फिर दुख नहीं आता, हमें बस रोना तो देखो दुनिया रोती है, पशु रोते हैं, पक्षी रोते हैं, वनस्पतियां पेड़ पौधों को भी रोते हुए मैंने देखा है, लेकिन मनुष्य है उसी को हंसना आता है और इसीलिए दुख से मुक्त हो सकता है। वो उनके पास में दुख मुक्ति का उपाय नहीं है, मनुष्य के पास में दुख मुक्ति का उपाय है, क्योंकि उसको हंसना आता है। बस हंसना सीखो। अच्छा अच्छा, आशीर्वाद है आप सबको। अच्छा, वाह।
Thank you, Thai Maharaj.
Thank you, Thai Maharaj. Thank you, Sanghmitra
Thank you.
Maharaj. Thank you, Shila
Mathen Vandami,
Maharaj.
Mathen Vandami.
Thank you for all your blessings.
Shila Piji Maharaj, Jai Mitra Maharaj,
everybody.
Vandami,
Thank you.
Mathen Vandani. Mathen Vandani.
Thank you everyone for coming today and for being in the moment. Thank you so much everyone for joining us.
Thank you.